Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power's Daily Report. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Ron Hupscher. He is the founder and CEO of Sales Optimization Group, a company that does a terrific job in sales training. Welcome, Ron.
Gerhard, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
What is the purpose of a negotiation in a sales organization? What's the business purpose?
The business purpose of negotiation in an organization is to start a great, profitable relationship. And it's also to increase and expand that relationship with the prospect and the customer. And it's important for several reasons. From an economic level, many companies, and especially public companies, have a 10 to 12% net income as measured as a percentage of sales. And if you're able to negotiate effectively, you're able to reduce your discounting. And those companies who often have 10 to 12% net incomes are giving away 10, 20, 30%. That only addresses the discounting issue. When you actually negotiate more effectively, and what a lot of people don't realize is, not only do you reduce your discounting, but you actually increase your close rates. So you get a phenomenal uptick in your market valuation and your net income.
So what you're saying is, if I have salespeople that give me just $1 million more in the bottom line, if the market cap is 10 times more, so the salespeople really make us $10 million more.
Per salesperson. And we actually have a real interesting case study. We do work with a company called Dunn Paper. They're a small paper company. They compete against international paper. The whole market's growing at 0 to 2%. And when you factor in inflation, it's really a zero growth market. By putting negotiation best practices into their sales force, they were able to grow sales 22% last year versus the industry average of 0 to 2%. Not only that, they were an 82-year-old company. In the course of their whole 82 years, they had 160 clients. They were able to add 65 more clients, or a full 40% increase in their client base. And they were just recapitalized at a significantly higher market valuation.
So negotiation should be really part of a corporate strategy to improve operational results.
Absolutely, and there's two parts to it. There's a strategic part and a tactical part, and both have to be put in place.
And how does the tactical part work?
Well, it's really interesting. There's only two things you need to do to negotiate well. One is you have to put a superior sales effort in, okay? And during that superior sales effort, you firmly establish that you're the buyer's number one choice. And then the second part is that you have to execute a negotiation plan. And it's very simple to do. To me, it's really interesting. A lot of sales organizations are actually fairly strong. They do a great sales effort. What happens is they have no negotiation plan and strategy, and it falls apart there, and they're forced to discount to get the deal in, when in fact they should be commanding price premiums.
So normally negotiations center around price.
Mm-hmm.
How do you shift away the focus from price?
So the first is confirm you're the buyer's number one choice. If you're not the buyer's number one choice, don't even begin to negotiate. They're only using you to beat down the real winner. And you want to confirm that. And you want to understand why you're the number one choice. You also want to have a quantifiable payback, ROI, or monthly value that you're creating for the company. So if you don't know the value you're creating for a client, you're always going to be defending your price, rather refocusing on the value created for the customer or the prospect.
What is number three?
Number three is you want to be proactive and you want to know the budget and the resources available. So it's always amazing to me, people, it's almost Groundhog Day all over again. You know, you're going to go into negotiation, what's the budget? Who controls it? How are decisions made? Where else can we get budget from? And what's the next time horizon? So for example, if you're in a complex business-to-business sale, your sales cycle might be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. You'll either come across or be pretty close to another budgeting horizon. If you're a good salesperson, you're proactive, you can already preemptively, proactively allocate that budget. Should become no issue. You know, Gerhard, we discussed this. We talked about you have budget for fiscal 2008, and we can get extra budget from fiscal 2009. And by the way, you said the CEO actually had a discretionary budget that we could tap into. You also want to realize that during price negotiation is not cost justification. They want to buy you. They just want to get you for the lowest price. So you want to be prepared to respond to requests for discounts. And they're just requests. They're just saying, how much can I get from you? And it's a little bit like sharks with blood in the water. If you give a little bit, they keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing.
It makes a lot of sense. Let's continue the conversation tomorrow, where Ron Hupscher is going to explain to us on how to develop a tough and successful negotiation strategy.